In the annals of cinema history, one actress who left an indelible mark is Brigitte Helm. Born on August 17, 1908, in Berlin, Germany, she began her career on stage before transitioning to films. Her breakthrough role came in Fritz Lang's masterpiece Metropolis, where she played both the pure-hearted Maria and the villainous robot. This dual role cemented her status as a silent screen icon. Helm starred in over 40 films during her career, demonstrating versatility by playing various roles, from drama to comedy. Despite retiring from acting at the age of 30, her influence continues to resonate among cinephiles and scholars alike. She was indeed a pioneer, paving the way for future generations of female actors. Brigitte Helm is a classic star, best known for her role as Maria in the 1927 film Metropolis. Despite her fame, there are lesser-known facts about her that are fascinating. For instance, did you know that she was only 18 when she was cast in Metropolis, and that she played both the robot and the human version of Maria? Throughout her career, Helm appeared in over 40 films, showcasing her versatility as an actress. Her work has left a lasting impact, and many hold her performances close to their hearts. Do you have a favorite Brigitte Helm film or performance? Which work of hers do you cherish the most? We would love to hear your stories and memories related to this classic star. There are many funny, shocking, and sad facts about Helm that you might not know. Keep watching this video to learn more about this accomplished actress and her enduring contributions to cinema. So, tell us, what is your most cherished memory or personal experience related to Brigitte Helm? Share your stories and memories in the comments below. Born on August 17, 1908, in Berlin, Germany, Brigitte Helm was destined for stardom from an early age. The actress spent her formative years in a household where artistic pursuits were encouraged. Her father, Gustav, worked as a master builder, while her mother, Emma, had a passion for singing and painting. This creative environment sparked Brigitte's interest in the arts and paved the way for her future endeavors. As a child, she attended a prestigious private school that focused on developing well-rounded individuals through rigorous academic curricula and extracurricular activities. Here, she discovered her love for dance and theater, often participating in school productions and performances. These experiences solidified her desire to pursue a career in acting. During her teenage years, Brigitte met renowned German film director and producer Joe May. Impressed by her talent and striking beauty, he offered her a role in his upcoming silent film, Die Strasse. Although initially hesitant due to her lack of formal training, she accepted the offer and embarked on a journey that would ultimately define her life. Under May's guidance, Brigitte honed her skills and quickly became one of the most sought-after actresses in Europe during the 1920s and 30s. Throughout her illustrious career, Brigitte remained grateful for the support and encouragement she received from her family, teachers, and mentors like Joe May. Their unwavering belief in her abilities allowed her to flourish and left an indelible mark on both her personal and professional growth. Brigitte Helm, a German actress, made a significant impact in the film industry during the 1920s and 1930s. She is best known for her role in the classic film Metropolis, where she played both the heroine and the villain, showcasing her versatility. This performance propelled her to international stardom and cemented her place in Hollywood history. Helm's contributions to the film industry went beyond her acting skills. She was one of the first actresses to embrace the talkies, appearing in several early sound films. Her work in these films helped to pave the way for the future of the industry. In addition to her acting and pioneering work in sound films, Helm was also known for her beauty and style. She was often featured in fashion magazines and became a cultural icon of the time. Despite retiring from acting in 1935, Helm's influence on the film industry continues to be felt today. Her groundbreaking work in Metropolis and her early adoption of sound films have left a lasting legacy. Her performances in these classic films continue to inspire and captivate audiences, making her a true icon of Hollywood's golden age. As a young girl, Brigitte Helm was always drawn to the arts. She loved to dance and sing, and her parents encouraged her creative pursuits. However, it was a chance encounter with a film crew that ignited her passion for acting. While on a family vacation in Italy, Brigitte and her family stumbled upon a film set. Intrigued, they watched as the actors and crew worked tirelessly to bring the story to life. It was in this moment that Brigitte knew she wanted to be an actress. Upon returning home, Brigitte begged her parents to allow her to pursue acting. They were hesitant at first, but eventually agreed to let her give it a try. Brigitte began taking acting classes and quickly landed her first role in a small theater production. She was a natural, and it wasn't long before she caught the attention of a film director. Brigitte's big break came when she was cast as Maria in Fritz Lang's classic film Metropolis. The film was a massive undertaking, with elaborate sets and groundbreaking special effects. Brigitte's performance was nothing short of mesmerizing, and she quickly became one of the most sought-after actresses in Germany. Despite the success she found in Germany, Brigitte longed to break into the American film industry. She eventually made the move to Hollywood, where she continued to dazzle audiences with her captivating performances. Throughout her career, Brigitte remained dedicated to her craft. She was known for her meticulous preparation and her ability to fully immerse herself in her roles. Her passion for acting was evident in every performance, and she left an indelible mark on the film industry. Transitioning to the details about Brigitte Helm, it is noteworthy that her career trajectory differed significantly from that of her contemporary Marlene Dietrich. While Helm's mother played a pivotal role in steering her towards the film industry, Helm herself expressed a lack of interest in her own success, stating a preference for a domestic life. This perspective sheds light on Helm's unique approach to her acting career, showcasing a contrast to the typical ambitions of Hollywood stars. Despite being born into a wealthy family, Brigitte Helm faced financial struggles when her father's business failed. However, she was determined to become an actress and pursued her dream with resilience. She found creative solutions to her financial problems, such as working as a model and a film extra to support herself. Initially, the film industry was skeptical of Brigitte's acting abilities, but she quickly proved them wrong with her exceptional talent. She landed her first major role in the groundbreaking film Metropolis, which catapulted her to stardom. Despite facing industry prejudices and working in a male-dominated field, Brigitte persevered and became one of the most successful actresses of her time. Brigitte's success in Metropolis led to numerous film offers, but she was selective about her roles and only chose projects that she felt passionate about. She refused to be typecast and constantly challenged herself by taking on diverse and complex characters. Brigitte's determination and talent helped her overcome the obstacles she faced early in her career. She became a trailblazer for women in the film industry and paved the way for future generations of actresses. Her legacy continues to inspire and resonate with audiences today, reminding us of the power of perseverance and the importance of pursuing our dreams. After marrying the industrialist Hugo Quenheim, Brigitte Helm became a mother to 4 sons. However, this union also brought her trouble with Nazi Germany due to her husband's Jewish background. Helm, a daughter of a Prussian army officer, had mixed feelings about acting on screen. Initially, she was reluctant to audition, but her mother sent photographs of her to Fritz Lang's wife, Thea von Harbu, who was a screenwriter. Helm's role in Metropolis launched her career, but she did not enjoy working under Lang and refused to collaborate with him again. Unfortunately, after the arrival of sound, Helm's career began to decline. She was often cast as Vamps, an icy femme fatale, an image that was further solidified by A Daughter of Destiny. Despite her initial success, Helm's career was short-lived, and she eventually retired from acting. Nevertheless, her contribution to the world of cinema remains noteworthy. Even today, her performances in classic films continue to inspire and captivate audiences. Brigitte Helm's breakthrough moment came with her debut role in Fritz Lang's Metropolis. At just 18 years old, she played both the saintly Maria and the villainous robot doppelganger, demonstrating impressive range. This iconic performance launched her into stardom and established her as a silent film legend. Helm's subsequent roles further solidified her status. She starred in several German expressionist films, often portraying complex and unconventional characters. Her ability to convey emotion through subtle gestures made her stand out in an era dominated by over-the-top acting styles. Critics have noted how Helm brought depth to every character she played. Film historian Lotte Eisner described her performances as possessing a certain purity and intense inner life. Co-star Gustav Fröhlich praised her dedication, recalling scenes where she would remain in character even between takes. Despite retiring from acting after marrying in 1935, Helm left behind a rich legacy. Her innovative performances challenged conventions and paved the way for future generations of actresses. Even today, fans continue to appreciate her unique contributions to cinema history. During World War II, the property owned by actress Brigitte Helm near Lake Wannsee in Berlin was utilized for a significant purpose. It served as housing for representatives of the International Committee of the Red Cross from Switzerland. These representatives visited Germany and Poland to inspect conditions for prisoners of war on both sides. This occurred around the same time when the Nazi regime was devising their final solution in the area. Adolf Hitler personally intervened in a legal matter concerning the actress. After Helm was involved in an automobile accident resulting in manslaughter charges, Hitler ensured these charges were dropped. This act further highlights the complex relationship between celebrities and political figures during this era. Following the advent of sound films, and due to her disillusionment with Adolf Hitler's control over the German film industry, Brigitte Helm chose to retire to Switzerland in 1935. She never appeared in another film after that. Instead, she opted for a quiet life away from the spotlight, consistently declining opportunities to discuss her film career publicly. Her reclusiveness has left fans and historians wondering what could have been if she had continued acting during her prime years. Brigitte Helm, a German actress born on August 17, 1906, was known for her unique artistic vision and process. She approached her work with great dedication and passion, often immersing herself fully into each character she played. Her ability to convincingly portray complex emotions made her performances truly captivating. Helm's upbringing in Berlin influenced her perspective and informed her acting style. Raised in a family that valued education and culture, she developed a deep appreciation for literature, music, and visual arts, which she later incorporated into her work. This holistic approach allowed her to create nuanced and multidimensional characters that resonated with audiences. One notable aspect of Helm's process was her attention to detail. For instance, when preparing for her role in Metropolis, she spent hours studying mechanical movements to accurately depict the robotic character she would play. Such commitment demonstrated her unwavering focus on authenticity and realism. Moreover, Helm believed in embracing challenges and stepping out of her comfort zone. In Auron, she took on a dual role, playing both the protagonist and antagonist, a testament to her versatility and willingness to experiment. By constantly pushing boundaries, Helm left an indelible mark on cinema history. Themes of female empowerment and independence frequently appeared in Helm's films, reflecting her own progressive views. Through her roles, she challenged societal norms and expectations, offering alternative perspectives that still feel relevant today. Ultimately, it was Brigitte Helm's distinctive blend of talent, discipline, and creativity that set her apart from her peers. Even now, her contributions continue to inspire aspiring actors around the globe. Brigitte Helm's contribution to cinema extends beyond her iconic roles in Fritz Lang's Metropolis. Despite not appearing in Die Nibelungen, Helm made waves with her dual role in Metropolis as both the virtuous Maria and the villainous robot Maria. These contrasting portrayals required distinct performances from the actress, who effectively captured the innocence of Maria and the seductive nature of the robot through subtle physicality. Helm's acting style was heavily influenced by expressionism, evident in her exaggerated expressions and movements. When playing Maria, she often widened her eyes, clutched her chest, and pursed her lips, all signs of her pure and innocent character. Contrastingly, when embodying the robot, Helm transformed into a purely sexual being, devoid of emotion yet highly desired. With just her body language, Helm conveyed the complexities of these two characters, making them memorable even today. While Helm may not have achieved the same fame as other silver screen legends like Marlene Dietrich or Greta Garbo, her impact on cinema cannot be denied. Her ability to bring depth and nuance to her characters cemented her place among the great actors of her time. Brigitte Helm, a German actress born on August 17, 1908, left an indelible mark on the film industry. She became renowned for her role in Metropolis, where she played both Maria and the robot. Her groundbreaking performance set new standards for acting, particularly in science fiction films. The dual roles required Helm to exhibit contrasting emotions, which she accomplished masterfully. This versatility introduced a fresh perspective to character development, inspiring future actors to explore diverse character dimensions. Her ability to portray a wide range of human experiences contributed significantly to the evolution of storytelling in cinema. Helm's impact extended beyond her performances. Costume designer John Galliano cited Helm's iconic metallic robot suit as inspiration for his Dior collections. Furthermore, contemporary directors like Guillermo del Toro have credited Helm for influencing their approach towards incorporating technology into narrative structures. In addition to shaping fashion and narratives, Helm also paved the way for women in technical roles within the film industry. Behind the scenes, she demonstrated proficiency in managing complex special effects sequences, during a time when these tasks were predominantly handled by men. As we look back at this classic era, it becomes evident that Brigitte Helm was more than just an actress. Through her work, she challenged norms, broke barriers, and created ripples that continue to influence modern cinema. Brigitte Helm, a German actress, found herself typecast by UFA as a man-eating vamp. She played the role of Auron twice, a woman born of a murderer's seed placed in a prostitute's womb, who leads men to their deaths. By 1929, she had tried to reject all vamp roles, even taking UFA to court. Unfortunately, she lost the case, which cost her a fortune, and she acted in films mainly to pay off her debts. Despite this, Helm's career had its highlights. She was the only German actress ever mentioned in the In Memoriam section during the telecast of the 69th Annual Academy Awards in 1997. Moreover, Helm was Josef von Sternberg's original choice for the starring role in The Blue Angel, which later went to Marlene Dietrich. It's interesting to imagine how Helm's career might have turned out if she had played the role in The Blue Angel instead of Dietrich. Nonetheless, Helm's legacy lives on in the classic films she left behind, and she remains an important figure in the history of German cinema. Brigitte Helm, the German actress, was known for her work in the 1920s and 1930s. However, her life extended beyond the silver screen, revealing a woman of depth and compassion. Helm was a lover of animals and nature. She had a particular fondness for horses and often rode in her spare time. This passion for animals influenced her work, as she frequently chose roles that allowed her to interact with them. In the film L'Argent, Helm shared several scenes with a horse, showcasing her empathy and connection with the animal. In addition to her love for animals, Helm was also a philanthropist. She was passionate about helping children and often donated her time and resources to children's charities. Helm believed that every child deserved a chance at a happy and healthy life, and she worked tirelessly to make this a reality. One of the charities Helm supported was the German Red Cross. She was a member of the organization and frequently volunteered her time to help those in need. During World War II, Helm worked with the Red Cross to provide aid to soldiers and civilians affected by the conflict. Helm's personal values and interests also influenced her work as an actress. She was known for choosing roles that challenged her and allowed her to explore different aspects of her personality. In the film Metropolis, Helm played a dual role, showcasing her versatility as an actress. She brought depth and complexity to both characters, creating two unforgettable performances. Despite her success as an actress, Helm remained humble and grounded. She never forgot her roots and remained committed to using her platform to make a difference in the world. Helm's philanthropic efforts and passion for animals and nature are a testament to her character and values. In conclusion, Brigitte Helm was not just an actress, but a woman of depth and compassion. Her love for animals and nature, as well as her commitment to helping children, reveal a woman who used her platform to make a difference in the world. Helm's personal values and interests informed her work, creating a body of work that continues to inspire and captivate audiences to this day. In the 1960s, film historians became interested in the life of Brigitte Helm. A British journalist even made it to her home in Ascona, but she refused to let him in. Despite her established movie star status, she decided not to renew her contract with UFA when it expired in 1935. After a conversation with Chief of Production Ernst Hugo Carrel, who tried to persuade her otherwise, she stuck to her decision. One possible reason for her departure from cinema was the negative press she received due to several traffic accidents she caused, resulting in a short prison sentence. Helm's son made it clear to a film historian that if he arranged a meeting between the historian and the actress, she would disinherit him. She had left the world of cinema behind, once and for all. Brigitte Helm, known for her groundbreaking work in German expressionist cinema during the 1920s and 1920s, left an indelible mark on the acting world. Her performance in Metropolis remains iconic, having introduced many to the genre and inspiring countless artists since its release. The actress was unafraid to push boundaries, exploring various roles that challenged societal norms and expectations. Through her multidimensional portrayals, she helped shape the landscape of early science fiction films, leaving behind a rich tapestry of emotion and nuance. Her innovative approach continues to resonate today. In fact, modern filmmakers still draw inspiration from her body of work when crafting new stories. With technology advancing rapidly, one can imagine how fascinated Helm would be by contemporary techniques like motion capture or CGI performances. These innovations offer exciting opportunities for actors to further expand their range and reach wider audiences. For those hoping to follow in Helm's footsteps, several pieces of advice come to mind. Firstly, never shy away from taking risks. Explore diverse characters, even if it means stepping out of your comfort zone. By doing so, you will grow as an artist while contributing fresh perspectives to the ever-evolving industry. Secondly, embrace collaboration. Filmmaking is rarely a solitary endeavor. Successful projects often involve close partnership between cast members, directors, writers, and other crew members. Cherishing these relationships fosters creativity and enhances overall production quality. Lastly, stay true to yourself. As much as we admire pioneers like Brigitte Helm, remember that imitation stifles originality. Instead, cultivate your unique voice and let it guide your career path. This authenticity will help distinguish you among peers and allow you to make lasting contributions to the art form. When Fritz Lang was filming Die Nibelungen, Brigitte Helm's mother wrote to Thea von Harbu, praising her daughter's talent. This letter, accompanied by a picture of Brigitte, caught Thea's attention and led to Brigitte's unexpected arrival at the film studio for an audition. Before this, Brigitte had gained acting experience in school productions, but never considered formal theatrical training. After finishing school, she aspired to become an astronomer, showing a clear interest in modern science. Later, when James Whale was casting for his film Bride of Frankenstein, Brigitte was his first choice. However, she declined the offer, preferring not to travel to America. Brigitte Helm's acting career took off with Die Nibelungen, and she became a well-known actress in German cinema. Despite her early aspirations, she found success in the world of film, leaving a lasting impact on classic cinema. The opportunities that came her way, including the role she narrowly missed in Bride of Frankenstein, demonstrate the recognition she gained in the film industry. Born in Berlin, 1906, Brigitte Helm began her career on stage before making her mark in silent films. She gained international fame through her role in Metropolis, where she played both Maria and the robot. This groundbreaking performance highlighted her versatility and innovative spirit. Helm continued to push boundaries in talkies like All Wrong and Largent, leaving a lasting impression on audiences worldwide. Despite facing various challenges throughout her life, including the rise of sound cinema, she remained passionate and dedicated to her craft. Her work continues to inspire actors today and serves as a testament to the transformative power of creativity and perseverance. Throughout her career, spanning over 2 decades until 1935, Helm left an indelible imprint on the silver screen. Even after retiring from acting, this actress never wavered in her influence, as her legacy resonates deeply within the entertainment industry. A true visionary, she paved the way for future generations by challenging conventions and consistently delivering compelling performances, a remarkable feat etched into cinematic history. Ultimately, the story of Brigitte Helm underscores the capacity for creative individuals to innovate against all odds, shaping art forms and captivating audiences along the way. After signing a 10-year contract with UFA, Brigitte Helm established herself as a prominent figure in the film industry during the late 1920s and early 1930s. She predominantly featured in leading roles, making a significant impact through her acting prowess. As the era of silent films came to an end, the actress successfully transitioned to sound films. Her talent extended beyond Germany as she ventured into French and English cinema, often appearing in foreign versions of her German movies. Helm's fame led to interviews by various journalists, one of whom met her under strict conditions in the late 1980s. Their discussion revolved solely around fashion and the émigré fashion designer Werner Marenholtz, who had relocated to England. While details of their exchange remain unknown, it suggests that even decades after retiring from the spotlight, Brigitte Helm maintained an interest in the arts, particularly haute couture. After her career in films, the actress Brigitte Helm had different plans. She had not intended to continue acting, with marriage being her main focus. In 1935, she tied the knot with industrialist Hugo Kuhnheim and moved to Ascona, Switzerland, where they lived in seclusion until her passing. This classic actress, known for her work in the film Metropolis, chose a life of privacy and tranquility over the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. After achieving massive success and fame at a young age, the actress Brigitte Helm decided to retire from acting entirely in 1935, shying away from the spotlight despite her prominent career. She turned down numerous offers to return to the screen, preferring to lead a private life away from public scrutiny. What many people don't know is that Brigitte Helm was actually offered the role of Maria in Fritz Lang's iconic science fiction masterpiece Metropolis by accident. Initially, she had auditioned for the part of the villainous robot, but impressed Lang so much that he cast her in both roles, effectively launching her career overnight. Her dual performance remains one of the most memorable aspects of the movie even today. Tragically, despite being hailed as one of Germany's greatest silent film stars, Brigitte Helm faced significant challenges after retiring from acting. Due to financial mismanagement and poor investments, she lost almost all of her fortune over time. In addition, having spent most of her formative years under contract to UFA Studios, she never really learned how to manage her finances independently. As a result, she struggled financially during her later years and died in relative obscurity in Switzerland in 1996. As a true symbol of the golden age of cinema, Brigitte Helm's work and legacy continue to captivate audiences to this day. The actress, who was born on August 17, 1988, first gained recognition for her role in the groundbreaking film Metropolis. Her portrayal of both the pure-hearted Maria and the villainous robot double showcased her incredible range and versatility. Throughout her career, Helm starred in a variety of films, from dramas to comedies, cementing her status as a multi-talented artist. Despite retiring from acting in 1935, her impact on the industry remains significant. What are your favorite memories of the actress's work? What do you think her legacy means for the world of entertainment? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content celebrating the creative spirits that have shaped the entertainment landscape. Let's keep the conversation